Want to be featured on the Rock Metal Podcast just like all the other great bands you've heard up to this point? Go ahead and hit me up, therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know. Let's work out the deets. The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 25 with Murmur Tooth. All right, Rock Metal Nation, I've got on the line today Leah of Murmur Tooth, a female-fronted grunge rock band from Berlin, and I'm super stoked to have her on. And, well, just welcome to the show, Leah.
Thanks, John. Good to chat.
Indeedly doozer. So why don't you tell Rock Metal Nation a bit about yourself, maybe what inspired you to pursue music or start a band?
My name is Leah. I'm from New Zealand. And I've been doing music my whole life. I was a classical pianist when I was really little. And then in high school, I discovered Nirvana, as a lot of people did, and it kind of all went south from there. I ended up doing a music degree and everything, and started my first band in New Zealand while I was studying music. We were a metal band, like a kind of weirdo avant-garde metal band called El Schlong, and we toured around New Zealand for a few years and then moved to London. And we were there for a couple of years and did a lot of touring around the UK. And then the visas ran out and we were like, oh, where are we going to go? And we looked on a map and Berlin, Germany looked all right. So we came over here. And then their visas ran out again after a year and they ended up going home. And I stayed on because I don't know if you or any of your listeners have been to Berlin before, but it's pretty much the coolest city in the world, and it's incredibly hard to leave once you're here. So I stayed and played in another couple of bands since staying here, including Murmur Tooth, which is the current project.
Boom, perfect. Yeah, I've never been to Berlin myself, been to southern Germany, but not northern, and I've heard it's very artsy.
Oh, incredibly so. Berlin, it's actually just insane. Whatever you're into, you can find here. It's incredibly liberal, I guess, incredibly artsy. I think what happened is once the wall fell down, all the artists and musicians flocked to the east side because it was incredibly cheap to live here and it kind of got really, really creative very, very fast. And people are still coming and it hasn't lost that kind of creative vibe. I know so many people here from all around the world who came for music in particular. Mm-hmm. Interestingly enough, there's not a fantastic rock or metal scene. A lot of dance music and kind of Indian stuff. I was a little bit disappointed with the rock scene here, but I mean, as I said, whatever you're into, you can find, and it's just such a cool city to live in that you make do.
Well, yeah, and then you're here with your music degree, so that you're educated in the ways of bringing rock music to the eastern side of Berlin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean,
perfect.
my music degree was as music degrees are, based in a lot of classical and kind of the theory and everything. But in my own time, I play guitar and everything. So.
Yeah, classical piano in the key of Nirvana. It just works.
Yeah. And look, I mean, I used to be a metal guitarist, and, metal and classical are very similar in many ways. So that sort of came through. Yeah. But I find myself going back to the roots now. It's really interesting. Like I played, really played guitar in my metal band for years. And now as I get a bit older, I just want to keep it simple. It's really interesting. I've lost the need to shred. I don't know, but over it, done it for a few years now, and I just want to play dirty power chords and have a sing. I find it really fun.
Yeah, there you go. What's the story behind how Murmur Tooth found each other? Like the current lineup. What's the story behind that?
Well, I was playing in a rock band here called Kobosh, and all of the girlfriends of the band members and everything used to come along and go, oh, it's so awesome that a girl's playing, and oh, I wish I could play. And one day I just said to them, right, well, we're going to play then. We're going to start a band. And they didn't play instruments or anything. And so I just made them and dragged them along to the practice room, and Claire started playing the drums, and I mean, she practiced a lot and got good quite quick, which was awesome. and we had a couple of girls, a girl singing, a girl playing bass. That band ended up kind of fizzling out, but me and Claire carried on and started Murmur Tooth. And yeah, we found Adam. I think we just put an ad out, and Adam came along. He's another British guy, and yeah, it just went from there.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're a pretty new band, and actually we're having a little break at the moment because Claire's pregnant. We played our last gig about 2 weeks ago, and she was heavily pregnant. Like seriously, she could hardly hit the snare. She had this great big stomach sitting out. It was pretty funny to watch. So I don't. Yeah, we need a break because she literally can hardly even reach the snare. So we'll be taking a break for a few months while she does, birth and all that. Mm-hmm. And then we'll see where it goes after that. But we're about to bring out another EP. I'm just recording the final touches of it now, so it should be out around December or January, I think.
Cool. And we'll definitely get to that part of the interview a little bit later when we talk about all the new exciting things that we've got coming up. So I'll definitely make sure to bring that back up when we get there. Leah, I'm curious, what inspired the name of the band? What inspired the name Murmur Tooth?
When you've got a new band and you're trying to find band names, it's just you go round and round and round. There's 3 people who all like the sounds of different things, and also I think we didn't really care. We just kind of liked playing the music, and the band name's just something you have to do so that people know what to call you, I guess. We just kind of said some words we like the sound of and then stuck 2 together. So it's a very uninteresting story, actually. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right. Speaking of more interesting stories, though, when you guys get together to write tracks or write songs, what's that process like?
I actually write all the songs at home. We're 3 very busy people. We all have. I've actually got a startup here, which obviously is an insane workload, and Claire's pregnant and has a life, and Adam has a pretty hard out job as well. He runs BIM Institute, which is a music course here in Berlin. So we don't have a lot of time. I write all the songs here at home, and then we just get together and kind of come up with rhythm section parts for them and vocal harmonies. So it's very much a kind of quick, slam it out process rather than playing around with lots of construction ideas and everything. But I don't know, as you get a bit older, you find your band has to roll with your life or else you lose your band. Mm-hmm. And I find that we're in our 30s now, and a lot of our musician friends have given up music over the past few years just because life gets in the way, and you've kind of got to find a way to make it fit because you just get busier and busier. So that's how we managed to do it. Yeah. Kind of play my songs, really.
Trying to avoid the old person chatter because, I'm 30 now. 31, sorry.
Yeah.
And, I've got a son, and it's just like, I put down music for a couple of years, actually, because it's just like, oh, well, I got the corporate job, I got all the benefits, I got everything, and, that's actually paying the bills, so I'm going to do that for a little bit. And, starting to get back into music because it's just a passion that is part of my soul. So,
yeah, it's really interesting, and it is a passion, and it's something that finds all sorts of different places in your life as you move along life. And when you're a kid, you've got time to make it your entire life. I mean, I literally spent 8 years of my life with my metal band being the focus of my life and touring around the world and everything else slotted in. And I don't know, you can't keep that up forever. It's bloody tiring being on the road for months and at end, and life kind of gets a bit difficult. But there's always a way to make it fit, and music can be anything. Actually, what I've done recently is I've invested in a bit of a nerd station. So I've got a home recording studio at home, and I just nerd out in the weekends, and I sit there, and I actually find that more exciting and creative than playing live these days, because it's crazy. I wake up in the morning, I go and sit down at my nerd station and nothing exists, and then 6 hours later I've existed something. It's almost at the risk of sounding a bit wanky, it's almost like being God. Like you literally make something out of nothing, and I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Not to get too religious, but created in the image means that you can create things too, right? So there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Cool beans. So speaking of creating things out of nothing, let's go and listen to our first track, Knees Are Clean.
Day lost and all, hard years of lost and people and the toll. Wash them away. No whiskey for your thoughts. Chasing down the day. These are clean, but dirty is my soul. No whiskey for your thoughts. Dirty is my soul.
All right, coming back from These Are Clean, what was the inspiration behind that track?
I think it just kind of being lost, you know. I mean, everyone's kind of lost, aren't they? Again, oh God, talking about being old again. I don't know. This one talks about time a lot and like chasing down the days and trying to beat some sort of meaning out of the days and, you know, running around and trying to make something out of what's going on really, and, you know, asking what's on your mind. And I don't really know what I'm doing. And
You're on the Rock Metal Podcast. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, it's just about the whole being lost and being human and trying to find your place somewhere, I guess.
Being lost, being human, trying to find a place somewhere, chasing down the days, trying to make meaning out of what's going on. No, makes sense.
Yeah.
The ethereal question.
Yes, exactly. It crops up a lot in the lyrics for musicians as well, I think.
Perfect. Let's go listen to the next track, Waste Away.
Days of days and saving face tethered in a cheerless place. You never have this time again, so waste away. What's done is done. We're done with the day. Let's hope when we wake it won't be in this place. The aching of bones and the smell of decay. Wrap up warm or you'll never wake. What's done is done. We're done with the day. Let's hope when we wake it won't be in this place. The aching of bones and the smell of decay. Wrap up warm or you'll never wake. What's done is done. We're done with the day. Let's hope when we wake it won't be in this place. The aching of bones and the smell of decay. Wrap up warm or you'll never wake. What's done is done. We're done with the day. Let's hope when we wake it won't be in this place. The aching of bones and the smell of decay. Wrap up warm or you'll never wake. What's done is done. We're done with the day. Let's hope when we wake it won't be in this place. Aching of bones, smell of decay. Wrapped up warm, you'll never wake. What's done is done. We're done with the day. Let's hope when we wake it won't be in this place.
All right, coming back from Waste Away, same question. What's the inspiration behind Waste Away?
Yeah, that one's a bit of a downer, really, isn't it, actually? I forget what a downer that song is until people play it and ask me about it. In all honesty, that was lying in bed one day, rottenly hungover, just basically wanting consciousness to end. I'm sure we've all been there, just when you feel so bad and you just want the hours to fast forward. And do you know, I'm just, both of these songs are actually, they're both quite downers, aren't they? I'm actually a genuinely very happy person.
I believe you.
Yeah, it just comes out, doesn't it, in music? You know, when you sit down, because inherently songwriters, they write alone. You know, you're alone in a room and you get pensive and you get ponderous, and often what comes out is the darker side of stuff, I guess. You know, I've never written a song in a party surrounded by friends having a great time, so I guess that stuff doesn't come out quite as much.
Middle of a party, everybody stop. I've got a song
right,
idea.
we're writing.
Let's write a song together. Yeah, that's amazing because regardless of the genre, regardless of how happy even the music might sound, whether it's jazz or whether it's about country or heavy metal or anything, it's all those darker human emotions a lot of times that are coming out.
It is. And I've been talking to both artists and musicians about that, and yeah, they were saying, look, art and creativity, it is an alone thing. It's a solo thing. It's what people do by themselves. And it's, you know, one of the only things in life that you actually do by yourself. And people who spend hours and hours and hours a week, you know, creating and making art, they spend a hell of a lot of time alone. And yeah, it really comes out in a lot of art, doesn't it? It's interesting.
It is.
And also, in today's society, it's one of the only ways where you're actually allowed to release those negative emotions in the public sphere. Like if I walk down the street yelling, oh, I'm feeling so sad, everything sucks, then I'd be a crazy person, you know. But if I say it in a song, it's all right.
Oh, yeah. If it was a jazz suit, I'm feeling so sad. You'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, this is a great song. I love this song. Boom, so going back, you said you have another EP coming around December, January. My big question is, what exciting news do you have coming up for Rock Metal Nation to pay attention to?
We're working on a video clip at the moment. 4 Knees Are Clean, the first track you played. I think that should be ready in a couple of weeks. We'll let you know when it comes out. And yeah, we've got the EP in December, January. And apart from that, not too sure actually. We've got to do a wee chill while Claire has a baby and does all that stuff. So I guess we'll just play it by ear and see what happens.
I think it sounds like a lot of stuff. Somebody you're like, well, I don't know what else there's. Like, well, you're coming out with a video clip for Knees Are Clean. Be ready in a couple of weeks, which will let me know. And then Rock Metal Nation, I will have that posted on Twitter and then the blog as well. And then we've got an EP coming out in December and January. Now, does that include the 2 tracks that we've heard here today, or is that more tracks?
No, the 2 tracks you heard today were off the first EP, which we just DIY'd that ourselves. I recorded that one, actually, and just mixed it. And I've never done that before in my life, so I was teaching myself how to mix a band along the way. So it is very DIY. This next EP we've actually done in a studio, so hoping that it sounds pretty awesome.
Very cool. And then Clea has a baby.
Yeah, and then there'll be a baby. Honestly, that kid is going to be so rhythmic. We were thinking about it the other day, like, because we practice, 6 hours a week, 2 times a week. And so since its conception, that kid would have just had loud banging, because we practice with earplugs in, and it must be about the same volume as the baby has. It's still quite loud. Mm-hmm. So 6 hours a week, it has this insane rhythmic banging just over and over and over and over. I think if it doesn't come out a drummer, I don't know what's wrong.
I know. Which is funny because my son's 2.5 and he's already drumming. We got him drumsticks and everything.
Awesome. That's really cool. Claire says that when we play gigs, sometimes the baby starts kicking. Mm-hmm. And it's really difficult because he kicks out of time, of course, and so she's got this thing inside her kicking out of time, and so that's stronger than her internal metronome, and it's like, shit, what's this thing doing? He's really putting me off.
Cool beans. All right, well, how can Rock Metal Nation find out more?
We have a website. No worries. Website www.murmurtooth.com. Got a whole bunch of stuff there. Or you can go and get free downloads of the EP. You just click on the music link, and it's up there for pay what you want. So if you just type in 0 into the pay what you want, you can download it free.
Cool beans. Yeah. Right. So then Rock Metal Nation, you can find out more about Murmur Tooth by going to www.murmurtooth.com. There you will have free access to the EP. Basically, it's pay what you like, and if you would like to pay 0 because you are a cheap, stingy bastard, then you can go ahead and get everything for free. But
yeah, and that's fine. Honestly, we made it ourselves, so it didn't cost us anything. So you're most welcome to blag it for free.
All right, well, unless there's anything else you want to throw out there, Leah, I just wanted to thank you for coming on to the show.
No worries. It was good to talk.
Rock Metal Nation, hopefully you just found your new favorite band in Murmur Tooth. Big thanks again for them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to check out all the information from the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.